All right. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our virtual roundtable held here this evening. All right. Good evening, everyone. Well, sorry, a little bit of feedback there. We'll get started here in just a few minutes, so just bear with us. And if you would, as you get logged in here, go ahead and introduce yourself in the chat so we know who's here, or shoot me a text or an email afterwards and let me know that you were watching. Just want to make sure our numbers are good. So we'll get started here in about 2 minutes. All righty, we're going to get started in just about another minute. Steve, good to see you, or talk to you at least. Arvel, welcome. We'll get started in just a minute. All righty, welcome everyone. If you would, just introduce yourself. Will Endicott, good to see you. Suzanne, good to have you on as well. Thanks for joining us. All righty, so we're going to go ahead and get started. And first off, thank you so much for joining us here this evening to talk a little bit about scouting and what's going on. Normally, we don't really do a roundtable this time of the year, but there's been a whole lot going on, a whole lot happening with scouting nationally and here locally. And I just want to get everybody prepared as we take a break in July from roundtables and get back with you in August when we kick everything off for the fall. So thank you so much for being here. First thing I want to let you know about is we have made the decision to cancel our day camp here in Blue Ridge District for this year. And it really just came down to issues with and potential issues with health department and venue and getting kids to the event. And so based off of that, and with all the procedures we are putting in place, we are definitely inviting every scout from Blue Ridge District to join us for the one-day event that we will have in Wilkes on July 18th. All right, that's July 18th, and you can register at oldhickorycouncil.org. One of the main pages will slide by, and it'll say down on the farm. You click on that, and then select the North Wilkesboro tab. The cost for that is $20 currently, and that may actually change after some discussion today. And so it may go down a little bit, but it's going to be a wonderful event, and we'll have a lot of shooting sports activities and crafts going on for that one day. And about council-wide, they've moved to a 1 or 2 day event just due to the policies and procedures we have in place to make sure everybody's safe through COVID-19 and what we've got going on now. Gannon, nice to see you. Thanks for joining us here. So we shouldn't be on here too long. Just want to mention that it should be about 20, 30 minutes. But to keep you around and to keep things a little bit exciting, we're going to do a little scouting trivia. All right. And if you don't know the answers, that's okay. But just you can answer it any way you can or take just a good guess at it. So the first, we've got prizes up for grab, and I will mail those to you or give those to you next time I see you. But the first question we have this evening is at Camp Raven Knob our camp ranger, Jeff Mosley, has 2 dogs, and we kind of call them our camp dogs. What are their names? The 2 names of the camp dogs. And this, I'm not going to show you the prize yet. I'll show you when we answer the question here in just a few minutes. So you can drop that answer in the chat, or you can shoot me a text, and really whoever gets it in first will get the prize. So so go ahead and get that in, and we will answer that in just a few minutes. So just shoot it to me. Going down the line here, just a quick Order of the Arrow update. There will be a work day at Camp Raven Knob this weekend, this Saturday. Registration opening at 8:30 in the morning, and really this is in place of Spring Fellowship to help us get the tents up and ready, and that'll go till 4 or 5 p.m. on Saturday, and you'll need to pre-register for that so we can make sure we have enough food for everybody. It is a free event for everybody coming out and helping us get ready for camp this summer, and I will send out that link for you to register after we are done here. So come on up, free event, free lunch, and we'll be happy to have you there. So anyways, Conclave, the OA Conclave is still planned for August 28th through 30th. If you've already registered for that event, your registration is still good from when it moved from April. And registration is still live on that, so you can join in at any time to go to Conclave this fall. All righty. One of the biggest things that's going on nationwide right now, and it's, it wasn't the best thing that I've seen, but it's something we have to deal with. The national organization, I think on the 1st of June or somewhere around there, announced that there would be a new fee increase as we just faced one of those through this recharter we just got done with. But starting on August 1st, in the little ticker below there will be the new fee chart, as you can see. So a youth, everything essentially went up $6. A youth went up to $66, and an adult went up to $42. Our leaders are at $42. So we're going to try to help as many ways as possible to help you combat some of that. And one of those is to continue selling camp cards to face that fee when we get to recharter next year. The real biggest change that they've added in is for any new scout that registers from here on out will pay the $66, and of course that will be a prorated fee as it starts in August, like it has always been, prorated each month. But they will tack on a $25 new member fee. That's just a one-time fee for any kid that signs up for the program. If they had signed up to be in scouting, 5 years ago and didn't like it, and then they came back, if they come back, they wouldn't have to pay that $25 again. It's for any new scout in the system that would have to pay that $25. So that's going to be the biggest issue as we move into the fall is how do we combat this and what can we do to help? And the biggest thing is just to try to fundraise in your units. I've talked to some units already, and they're willing to cover that $25 fee. So really, you're just paying the prorated 66 at whatever that is when the kid signs up. So bear with us on that. And again, I apologize for those fee increases. It really didn't come through me. That was kind of handled at the national office, but I kind of got to carry that to you. So it was not. It has nothing to do with the ongoing abuse cases that we are working with nationally, and this has to do with the national organization's finances and what we have to do to keep scouting around. And so that is what we were told last night on a membership call that we had. And so just bear with us, and we're going to get through this. And of course, if you need anything or have any questions, I will always be of help to you to help you strategize or think about this. Different ways that we can try to combat this fee increase. So it's not something that really made me smile, but it's something that we're going to have to work through. And we'll get a year under our belt and try to make it a normal and getting some good policies and procedures and just different fundraising ways we can help combat some of that. So with that, we are going to answer the first trivia question. And your prize this evening for the first trivia question answered. So first off, as a professional Boy Scout, I collect a whole lot of things that I don't necessarily need. And so a lot of people just say I have a lot of junk laying around, and I've only been in the job about a year and a half, almost 2 years. So I've got a lot of stuff and a lot of stuff I don't need. And so I want to give that out, and share the wealth here of all the fun stuff that I come in contact with. So to answer the first question, the answer was Whiskey and Roscoe are the two camp dogs at camp currently. We've had some very good camp dogs, and the first one I remember was Luke, who Dave Whitfield was his dog. And the answer is the answer. And Arville took away, and he is going home with a 2014 Host Lodge Kalikan Lodge flap. There you go. Congratulations, Arville. Great job. So, Arville, you will take that home, and I will get that to you soon. All right. Congratulations. All right. The next trivia question, we'll answer it here in just a little while. And remember, you can text me or put it in the chat, and whoever kind of gets it in there first, so be ready to rock and roll, will get the prize. So the second question. The National Organization of the Boy Scouts of America was founded in 1910. What year was the Old Hickory Council founded? What year was the Old Hickory Council founded? You can put that in the chat or shoot me a text message. I'm checking both. So check it out there. What year was the Old Hickory Council founded? All righty. So moving on down. As I mentioned, as far as fundraising goes, camp cards, everybody's familiar with camp cards, and most of our units out there are selling those. That sale has been extended out to July 31st, and there are so many ways you can try to sell these in a not-in-person format and virtually. If you've got friends or family that you can mail one to, and they'll mail you the $10 for it. You can sell them on Facebook to your friends on there. Whatever it be, there's lots of ways you can try to sell these virtually. And I know our biggest sell is when you're standing out in a storefront and handing them out at a location where you're getting the discount. But it just hasn't played fair this year to allow us to do that. But we want you to keep selling those, because that'll definitely help going into the fall and with your pack finances. So continue to sell those camp cards. And if anybody has any questions on camp cards, just let me know, and we'll be happy to answer those. All righty. So this upcoming fall, just to kind of go over the calendar that's coming up, we will not meet again until August 12th, and that will be the date of our district cookout. Last year, we moved it from a Saturday to a normal Wednesday, like our normal roundtable. And so we will be doing that again, and that'll be kind of from here on out. We will do our district cook-off on August 12th. That's before school gets back in session, I do believe. And so we will meet hopefully at Boone United Methodist Church, like we normally have out under the pavilion there, and have our district cook-off. That will also be our fall recruiting kickoff. So we will have packets and things like that for you to take away. And so that'll be August 12th. And then a couple of things that we're looking at doing this fall, just to kind of keep you in the loop as far as Cub Scout programming goes. We will be looking at doing a Cub Scout Fun Day and recruiting event where we'll make up a little bit for the lost opportunity with day camp, with shooting sports and some crafts and things like that. And this will be an event, location to be determined, but that'll be free for anybody in the community and our scouts to come out to enjoy. So we want to make sure that we're sharing that knowledge around, and we will be promoting that once we get all of our details squared away. So just bear with us on that. We are also looking probably in the early October range, so maybe somewhere in there, maybe late September. We are looking at doing a fishing derby, hopefully up at Chatola and Blowing Rock. Kent Tarbutton is a good friend of scouting, and he loves to have the scouts up there and let them go fishing. And we'll have a fishing derby there at some point this fall once I get everything worked out. So bear with us there. And that's pretty much it. Roundtables, will get back in the swing. They are the second Wednesday of each month, and they are held at the Scouting Center at Boone United Methodist Church, 7 p.m. So it doesn't change every month, second Wednesday. Don't think we have one in December, and we normally don't hold one in June or July, but we're meeting here tonight to talk about all these new updates that we've got going on. So, all right, we're going to answer the question really quickly. And it looks like Arvil took it away again. The Old Hickory Council, he's the only person that really tried. It was a tough question. So really, the original Old Hickory Council was founded in 1911, and it was originally called Winston-Salem Council and different things like that, but moved into Old Hickory Council over time. And Arvil, let's see what you get this time. This time, you're going to get a 2017 Okanichi Council Trailblazer 2017 Friends of Scouting shoulder strip patch. So good job there. All right. Of course, if you have any questions through this, be sure to drop those in the comment bar or shoot me a text. I'm checking my phone as well. Gannon, I have not heard anything recently on Cub Scout resident camp being rescheduled. I asked that the other day, and there's still some thought going on. I think a survey was sent out here recently, so be sure to check if you're a Cub Scout family or a unit leader, check your email for a survey from the council that would have that information in there, because I think they're trying to base what everybody's thinking off of that. So if you saw that survey, Gannon, or didn't see it, let me know, and I'll try to get that to you. So, and hopefully we'll have some answers as soon as we can. All righty. The next trivia question I've got here is, and Arvil, you are blocked off from answering this one because it's too easy for you as the Camp Raven Knob trivia champion from a few weeks ago. But Wahissa, our lodge, Wahissa Lodge with the OA, means what? What does it translate to? So shoot me a text, drop it in the chat, and we'll give out something cool here. So be sure to do that. So what does Wahissa mean? What does it translate to? All right. Rolling on down through here. If you have not checked out RKU or Raven Knob Online University, you need to go do that. It's a free opportunity to earn some merit badges. It's been going on since about mid-April, and it will continue to go on definitely through the summer and probably early parts of the fall. So be sure to go check that out and hop on there. Free merit badges for any kid in a troop, and share that with your units. We've had several kids from here in the Blue Ridge District take advantage of it, but I'd love to see a lot more. So be sure to share that with your scouts and your kids as far as taking some free online merit badges. It's a neat program, and it's pretty easy. It's kind of you teach yourself and learn at your own pace with Google Classroom. So be sure to check that out. All righty. Continuing on, one of the big questions that I'm getting often is really, when can we get back to normality? And that's a great question. And with many answers, I guess, as far as how you could answer it and what the state says and what local health departments say. In phase 2, they are saying no larger than 25 people in a gathering, I do believe. So most of our units could probably do some socially distanced activities or meetings, parking lot meetings, somewhere where you're outside. I would highly encourage that, not meeting inside of a building. But we definitely want to encourage, as many of our packs do, meet during the summertime, but encourage meeting this summer in some capacity and doing something. But obviously do that in the safest way possible. And so continue the practices from the CDC and social distancing, and be sure to follow what the state says. But we want everybody to have an opportunity to meet this summer. And I know kids are really itching to get back into the scouting program because they've missed out for such a long time. So think about some different ways. If your troop is going to camp this fall or this summer, be ready to rock and roll with that. That's a great opportunity. And I think Arvil would probably permits me to say this, but Troop 109, they are still planning to go to camp this summer. And if any scout would like to go to camp that's in a troop, please you can contact Arvil, I do believe, and he can get you going with them. We've had a few kids register recently to go with him from other troops. And so he may put something. Yep, he said we've got some spaces left. So feel free to reach out to Arvil or reach out to me about getting a hold of him so we can get that squared away. All righty. So be sure to share that. All right, to answer that trivia question, I don't think anybody put the answer in, but I know Arvil would get it right. But Wahissa means happy place. That is its translation is happy place. All right, so the last question that I have, and we've got a few more things to roll through, but the last question that I have is in 1947, all right, 1947, the Old Hickory Council held a council camporee, which we normally do about every 2 years, around. Most time it's held at camp, but sometimes they go around the council in different communities and hold this event where all the troops are invited for a big camporee. But in 1947, the council camporee was held where? In Watauga County. So it was held here in Watauga County. And where was it held? So it was kind of two places. So if you get one of them right, I will give you a prize, whoever gets that in first. So we'll see if anybody gets that in. So we'll have a short history lesson as we go down through here. Couple of things I want to talk about, and I apologize for being a little bit scattered. My little agenda I printed out, I realized afterwards, was a little bit more jumbled up than I was hoping it would be. But it's talking about recruiting this fall. Last night, I had the opportunity to talk with PAC 123 out, or was that Monday? Maybe Monday. Yeah, it was Monday. PAC 123 out in Valley Cruces, and about different ways we can recruit and things like that. But last night, I actually sat in a webinar with the national office and talking about different ways we can recruit this fall. And so obviously, it's kind of up in the air on what our access to schools are going to be like this fall. We don't really know yet, and we should know something here within the next 2 weeks. And we should know something within the next 2 weeks as far as what the state is recommending or putting in place as far as our access to schools, or what school is even going to look like this fall. And so we're hoping for the best possible scenario with the outcome that they come up with. And hopefully we're able to get back in schools and recruit kids this fall. But the odds are high that we may not have that access. So it's really going to come down to how we recruit on our own and on Facebook and online platforms, social media platforms, and things like that. Some of the things that we saw last night that they talked about, and of course, recruiting on Facebook is nothing new to us. We worked on that last year and learned a lot on recruiting on Facebook, but I think we've got some new ways we can try to move that forward. But recruiting on Facebook and Instagram, YouTube, and one of the neat things I saw that I didn't really think of was the Nextdoor app. Many of our communities here, I know in Watauga County and also in bigger cities, are very familiar with the Nextdoor app, where a lot of the neighbors will be on there to talk about things going on in the community, or issues that they saw, or whatever it be. But it'd be a great place to reach some families on that Nextdoor app. And you may know them, or they'll see that you posted it from your address, so it's like a neighbor or something like that. But it could be a really neat opportunity to recruit kids. And so as we go into this fall, we all are going to need to be as flexible as we can with recruiting kids. And just bear with us, because it could present some new challenges. And so be innovative in the way we do it. But the number one way to recruit kids is peer-to-peer. It's the easiest and most effective way is to get a scout from your pack to bring a friend. And so that is the biggest thing we're going to push this fall, is trying to get more peer-to-peer recruitment going on. So be sure to think about ways you could do that. The event that we'll have this fall with our Cub Scout Fun Day, it'll be kind of focused around a current Cub Scout or Scout bringing a friend so they can see all the fun that we have, in hopes that then maybe they'll join the Scouts. But it's no obligation. So be sure to be innovative in how we can recruit kids this fall. So, anyways, all righty, moving on down through here. If you have not yet filled out your Journey to Excellence forms, which is normally due around recharter, please contact me and we can get that turned in. That's really for just unit leaders, but I think we're almost done. We're just missing 2 or 3 units Journey to Excellence form. So the district is already at gold level with that, which I'm super excited about, but we'll need to try to collect the rest of them. So if you have yet to turn yours in, please let me know and we'll get that from you. All righty. Let me go down through both my lists here. I think we're wrapping up towards the end. Of course, if you have questions, be sure to drop those on in there. All right, we'll answer this trivia question here in just a few minutes. Let's see here. Of course, and I've mentioned this through all of our meetings, with COVID-19 present and a lot of our scout meetings are going into a virtual format, meeting on Zoom or Raven Knob University or whatever it be. Be sure that you're maintaining your 2 deep leadership and following those youth protection guidelines. Even a text message to a kid needs to be copied with a parent or another leader from a troop or pack. So be sure that you're always maintaining your 2 deep leadership with whatever communication you have with scouting. And with being in a virtual format, it's a lot easier to slip up on that. And it's just being able to shoot a text message, especially in this time, or an email. Always try to be sure that you're maintaining that 2 deep leadership. The last thing that we're going to talk about is our Friends of Scouting campaign for 2020. Currently, we are at 65% of our goal for the year, and we would really like to have that wrapped up by the time fall recruiting starts, so the district and committee can focus on recruiting and not both things at one time. So if you would be willing to give to scouting and support the Old Hickory Council and our mission, and to support our families here in Blue Ridge District, all of the funds that we raise here stay within our counties that we serve between Watauga and Ashe. And it's been a very difficult time for any nonprofit during COVID-19 because we rely off of donations from our members and the people in our community, and everybody has been affected through this. So any support that we get, we would certainly appreciate, and you can make a donation online, and I'll send out that link later, or you can just make a pledge by shooting me a text message or an email, and we'll get that marked down. But a lot of people have given this year, and we certainly appreciate the support we've had, and we will be trying to get to that 100% mark by the time we start recruiting kids. But if you are willing to donate, we've only got $4,500 left to hit our fundraising goal this year. And so we are light years ahead of where we were last year and the year before as far as fundraising. So as quickly as we get this over, we can focus more on how do we get more kids in our program and how can we jumpstart things this fall to get back in the rhythm. So if you would like to make a pledge or donate, let me know, and we will get that ball rolling. So, and we appreciate all the support we've gotten and we'll get here in the future. All right, to answer the last trivia question, no, that's what y'all are all hanging around for. In 1947, the Old Hickory Council held a council camporee here in Watauga County. And let's see, some of the answers were good. I had one say Appalachian State, and that is not correct. That would have been cool, though. I had Arville said Valley Crucis. Steve Williams said Price Park. But none of those answers are correct. So it was actually held, and I've got proof of it here, all the way from 1947. But this is the patch that they used, and it was held at Snake Mountain and Elks Knob. So not sure if the name changed to Elks Knob or if it was just Elk Knob before and they misspelled it. But this is what the patch looked like. It's something I've picked up here pretty recently. An old felt patch, but it was held Elk Knob and Snake Mountain in 1947. So there's your little history lesson back in the day. So probably several hundred kids were in that area at that camporee. So pretty neat. I do ask you to try to share this. with your friends and with your family in scouting, so that way they stay informed. This video will be live as soon as it's over for you to share with your families. So please be sure to do that. Share on your Facebook pages, whatever it be. I try to share to any Facebook page that's a group with our packs or troops. But if you have a page, be sure to take this link and share that on there so your families are staying informed. If anybody needs anything, my contact information has been scrolling down here this whole time. You can call me, email me, text me, whatever it be. I try to get back in touch with everybody within a day, regardless if it's the weekend. But my email is there, hunter.day@scouting.org. Be sure to reach out if you have any questions. We'll be happy to help you through anything. And lastly, I just want to thank you so much for joining us on our virtual roundtable. Hopefully this is the last one we'll have in this setting for the time being, but it's a neat opportunity because I know we get better attendance when people have to watch kids and things like that. They can stay at home and watch this. So we will probably be doing some more of these even when we get back to normality, because it's just worked and it's been effective, and we've had a lot of people join us on here. So we thank you so much for joining. Thank you for getting your recharters in, and we've got all those posted. Thank you so much for your help with that, and thanks to all the volunteers that help throughout the district get those in. And if you want to give or have a suggestion on Friends of Scouting of somebody in the community that we could go to, please feel free to reach out to me so we can help get that goal up to 100% and focus on fall recruiting and all the fun activities we have coming up this summer and fall. So thank you so much for what you do day in and day out to support the program and support scouting. As always, I'm here for you if you need something, and I hope you guys stay safe. Get outside. It's been pretty nice other than this evening. Get outside and do some hiking, and we hopefully will be seeing you guys in August. So if you need anything, reach out. Hope you have a great evening, and we'll talk soon. See ya.